Hello all, hope everything is well. Today we're going to do a video from outside. So nice, the weather's so nice. We're going to do my buddy's X-Maxx here, Jesse's. You'll see he stripped his gears. This is his second X-Maxx, but he didn't really have any time to learn how to drive it from the first one. So we're running plastic spur gear in it just so he gets a feel for the throttle. Now we're going to move it up to steel, and we got the new Traxxas gears they came out with when they released the XRT. It's a 2050 combination, which I find to be the best combination. Part number 6450. I already tore it open. Have a look at these things. They look pretty good. Only single grub screw. The quality seems to be there though. So we'll get my hat on here and I'll go through the way I do these teardowns anyways, and recommendations on the best way to do it, in my opinion again. Okay, we got the camera on my hat. So the biggest thing I can say when you're doing a gear change in these, after you've tore them out especially, is that the first thing somebody does when they tear the gears out of their truck is they grab it by their back bumper and they carry it home. Right? When that happens, all those pieces that are in here fall down the channel where the drive shaft is into the front end. And if you don't get them cleaned out, and I've seen it happen here, people have come here and they've changed their gears and went over that ramp once, the truck tilts up and all those pieces of gears come flying back into the gear case and take the gears out again, especially if you've got steel chunks. This one isn't so bad because they're plastic chunks that are in there. But even a big enough plastic chunk will come in here and bind this up. So we're going to take the wheels off, front and rear bumpers with the skids and the center, and I'll show you the pieces that come out. Okay, so wheels off, all the screws are out, front, rear. Let's see if this makes me a liar. Look at it all down there. You see that? That just came out? Holy! Look at it all in there. You see that? Wicked, eh? Look at it all fall out. Look at it from the front. See all them pieces? Don't clean that out. That gets all back into your gears. Alright, I gotta go turn my compressor on and blow this thing out. Okay, before I get too far along here, we are going to be doing a gear change with this to 2050. So we got to pull the motor out, undid the 4 screws on the underside of the motor, and we lift the motor up, and then you'll see your chart right down there. We're going 2050, so we need to go from C to H in our holes. We're going to pull our pins out and go to H. I do recommend, once you start getting better with your vehicle, to just start doing your mesh manually. It's far better than relying on these pins. But when I'm working on other people's cars, I just do them factory so they can worry about their own vehicle the way they like. Okay, so I took the 4 screws out for the cush cover. 2 long ones go on the inside, 2 short ones go on the outside, and then you just pull it off. I'm not going to be rebuilding the cush on this one because I just did the maintenance on this a little while ago and I know the cush is tight. So we're just going to change the gear. And all it is to put the new cush gear on is 3 button head screws. You leave the countersunk ones in. Those hold the cush drive together. There it is. Fits on there perfectly. as Traxxas parts always fit together nicely. And you don't need to put very much grease into the back side of there. Just needs a little bit, just to keep it from rusting, really. My speedrunners, I don't put grease in at all. Tweezers come in handy on this truck. And there it is. We'll tighten that up, set our motor down, and we're getting there. And there it is, nice and cleaned out. Look how nice it rolls, eh? All the bearings, I just replaced all the bearings and did a full rebuild on this truck. That's how your truck should roll until you put the pinion on. If it doesn't, you got something binding somewhere. And there we go, pinion is on. And you can hear that is your mesh. To me, that's a little looser than I like it, but that's factory. So there we go. Put her back together and Jesse's truck will be all set for him. Okay, there it is. We'll put the gear cover back on, wheels back on, and he can come pick it up. And that took all of 30 minutes or something like that. But it's nice when you have these trays are nice with the segments, because then you segment each section off you're doing. Really handy and to stay organized stuff. All this is my opinion again, right? And one of these is really awesome. It's just so nice to have that gyroscopic RPM, not melt the threads. All right, guys, that's it. Dickhead hat is off. And hopefully this was a good short one. So that's it. Gear maintenance on your X-Maxx.